Now, let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ plus story for today. I'm Edward Otto Zelke, and let's queer up the USA view. Blame for LA wildfires include, quote, all the gay people, and LA out fire chief. A Fox 11 reporter is going viral for cutting off a man's anti-gay remark. The incident occurred during live coverage of the LA wildfires, which have killed about 25 people. The journalist was interviewing a passerby who asked why fires were happening right now. The reporter replied, "There are multiple fires happening." When she mentioned the wind and dryness as contributing factors, the passerby interrupted saying, "All the gay people in LA." The reporter immediately stopped this bigotry by quickly turning back to the studio anchor saying, quote, okay, unacceptable. Bigotry often resurfaces during disasters, with some blaming LGBTQ plus people for divine punishment. For example, Pastor John Hagee blamed Hurricane Katrina on planned Pride Parade in 2005. Similarly, televangelist Pat Robertson blamed gay people for the COVID-19 pandemic. Recently, Megyn Kelly falsely claimed that LA's fire chief is unqualified to handle the crisis because she's gay. And that's so sad to use your platform to spread misinformation like that. I mean, they're going through so much right now, but, they're really grasping at straws. And then you get to see people's character when people are fearful of something, sometimes what comes out of their mouth right away kind of shows who they really are inside. And you have to be very careful of how you're saying. If you're afraid or you're saying things like that speaks volumes. And I saw that video of that passerby, and it was just kind of like, it was just thrown out of left field, like you were just ordering something to eat.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a mindset. And it's like, that's the fear that people sometimes have about our community. They're willing to blame us and put us into many different conspiracies because, we're LGBTQ plus people.
Yeah. Yeah. But we cause tsunamis. We cause COVID.
I didn't realize we were that.
I didn't know we were so powerful.
Where's my wand?
We were so powerful. Donald Trump would not be taken off.
Right.
It's like we have superpowers. It's crazy. And what the sad part is that all these people are losing their houses, their businesses, and that's what he should have focused on. He had an opportunity to talk about that. Instead, he went the opposite way.
Yeah.
But the thing that's most scary with some of this stuff is there is a very coordinated right-wing assault on truth related to these fires. I was watching Angelo Cazzone, the president of Media Matters, my old boss, to be honest, was on MSNBC yesterday talking about all the right-wing lies and misinformation leading up to what's going on with these fires. And it's about trying to take power. Trump's trying to do something with this. His people are trying to do something with this. And, it is a tragedy, though it's also a bigger tragedy, not just for those residents. LA and California were already having a homeless crisis before this. And, I do hope that California starts changing its ways on homelessness. People don't understand that in LA, the sanitation department normally will give you 10 minutes notice before they take all your stuff. And California criminalized homeless. And I really hope with their homeless population being tragically ballooning because of this, they start stepping back and saying, let's actually try to help all these unhoused people, whether they lost their home from fire or for other means. That is my real hope with all of this.
Well, at the end of the day, hate is hate. And like Edward said, it sucks that this so easily, we're an easy scapegoat, right? Oh yeah, it's the gays, that's why, So kudos to that reporter, to the Fox 11 reporter for just she could have been caught off guard and continue to talk to the guy or whatever. But she was like, no, wait a minute, this ain't right? I'm going back to the studio right now, and God knows the hell that she has seen while she's been out there,
Kudos to local reporters, because they do deal with the craziest stuff.
They deal with everything because, they're just trying to get an opinion, right? And it's, but these fires are horrible, all right? Edward said that 24 people and counting, right? There's still 16 people lost that they don't know where they are. The pets that are lost and have died are heartbreaking. Hate is hate at the end of the day, and you're always going to find a dumbass to say some dumb shit like this guy just did. And I'm kudos to the reporter for just taking action, understanding that it wasn't right. We are not the reason that Runyon Canyon is up in flames, okay? The gays just don't have that kind of power. We just don't, But it saddens me that maybe some religious person or someone that doesn't know anything about our community would hear somebody like that and maybe believe it.
Well, this is kind of a story we'll talk about a little bit later. Anita Bryant got her start. Someone said something on TV, and then that was a misconception, and look where that led.
And look where
So
that's
you
at.
never know where something's going to go.
You end up with a pie in your face.
Yep.
So that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.